A flower is very beautiful. It sits in the garden and blooms. The Most High put in great artistry to make something like a rose or a lily. They're very aesthetically pleasing. They're also very delicate. They can easily be uprooted or stepped on. They're also defenseless. They cannot fight back, nor can they even run away. They require intention for them to grow into their utmost self. Peter told us women were the weaker vessels. This doesn't just refer to them not being as strong or as capable as men. It refers to them being more susceptible to the environment than men. We see protecting women as shielding them from physical harm, but it goes much deeper than this. There's way more to protecting women than beating someone up if someone says something cross about them or tries to put their hands on them. It's one thing to protect a woman's body, but the thing we must really protect is her heart and her mind. A woman is no longer a woman if she's not feminine. A man without respect is at best a child, and at worst, a woman. In the same way, a woman without femininity is another man. A man does not require protection. A man can protect himself and becomes valuable when they can protect others. When we make it okay for a woman to be loud, belligerent, combative, and confrontational, we're not trying to protect a woman. We're trying to protect another man. The Proverbs 7 woman is not worthy of a man's protection. This is a loud and stubborn female. This female is insubordinate. A female like this should be left to her own devices. Make no mistake, a woman is absolutely worth protecting, but only if she is a woman. A woman is feminine, submissive, gentle, and quiet. She does not look to assert herself over a man. This is the one who we must put up bulwarks to protect. This is the one who we should take bullets for and bring all of our resources to. Look at how the Most High showered everything on Jesus. The Most High gave Jesus all authority in heaven and on earth, all because Jesus submitted and subjected himself fully to the will of the Most High. Men desire to give women the world, but only if they're worthy. The question is, how is this executed in real time? One of the things we need to protect women from is work. Let me be clear here. This does not mean a woman should be sitting around doing nothing. It means her work should be for her man. It means she should never be in a situation where she is forced to become the hunter-gatherer. A woman made to go out and get it on her own will lose her femininity. She should not be competing for her survival. This is what men do, which is why they are naturally stronger, more logical, and don't have breasts and wombs and other delicate parts which can be damaged in combat. A rose is a beautiful thing in nature, and the Most High clothes and cares for it, but it cannot fight or flee, and is easily destroyed. Making a woman a hunter-gatherer is putting her, a delicate flower, in an environment where she will wither and die. She will not survive in this environment and will grow from being a beautiful rose to a worthless weed. This is where the attitude of the boss bee is cultivated. The boss bee isn't a woman anymore. You cannot make a wife out of a female like this, and this female cannot bring up children. This female is useless, as she will not build, produce, or create anything. All she will do is be disruptive. Allowing a woman to become the get-it-on-your-own female will destroy her. A woman should always be under the authority and care of a man. In the Bible, the woman did not go out on her own to get a man. The woman was given to a man by her father. Paul talks about this in 1 Corinthians 7, where he says whether or not a man should give his daughter out for marriage on his own discretion. It was not part of the culture for a woman to go out and bag a man. Her father determined whether she would be taken as a wife and what man was worthy to have her. We've been told by feminist ideology this is oppression of women. Little do we understand that feminism is the reincarnation of the serpent in the garden. The serpent tempted Eve with power. The career woman, the strong and independent woman, is the woman who took the forbidden fruit. The serpent telling the woman She will not die if she gets from under the authority of her man and gets it on her own for herself. She was told she would become like the man. She would be like God. The men in the Bible are called the sons of God. The women in the Bible are called the daughters of men. The man had the breath of life breathed into him and was crafted in God's image. The woman was taken from the rib of the man and made to be a suitable helper for the man. A woman's entire makeup is designed to be complementary to the man. As the man named all the animals, he also named the woman. The woman did not name herself, but the man. The man did not name himself, but God. This is the hierarchy the Most High set up, and to allow a woman to break it is to allow this delicate rose to be destroyed. We must also protect a woman's purity. Let's be realistic for a moment. There are no virgin females out here. Life is what it is, and that's not a practical thing to expect a woman to be a virgin past the age of 20. Life happens. Society is what society is. This can be changed, but it would require a seismic social paradigm shift. Let's stick to what we can do individually. We must not deal with our women outside the institution of marriage and the establishment of family. If this is not something we want, then we need to leave them be and focus on building, producing, and creating. If we won't marry a woman, then we must marry our purpose. Many will tell you this is impossible, but these are people who have not connected with their life purpose. These are people who live hand to mouth, working slave jobs with all sorts of habits. Habits are coping mechanisms for an unfulfilled life. We as men are meant to build, produce, and create. You can't do that at a job. In order to deal with our dissatisfaction, we develop all sorts of habits and vices: eating, drinking, smoking, entertainment, and most prominently, sex. When you're not doing what's right, you can only do what's left. Hedonism is a lifestyle of the unfulfilled. It's how we fill in the gaps. Paul lived out his purpose in spreading the gospel to scattered Israel while tent building on the side. He was able to be content in all situations because he was married and faithful to his purpose. Jesus was the same, as well as John the Baptist. We read the metaphors of Jesus and the church in Israel, and of him being the husband and the church in Israel being the wife. Jesus was dedicated to Israel's well-being and devoted his life to their prosperity. Marriage is in no way a bad thing, but many of us don't know what we are capable of because we're not making life decisions from a position of freedom. We choose things out of desperation and lack. We become dope fiends. And by dope, I mean dopamine, which deals with the pleasure transmitter in our brain. The drunkenness, overeating, sex addiction, and other vices are us going from one dopamine hit to the next. I spoke on this a while back in my video, The New Narcotics. A man living a purpose-driven life is of utmost importance. Our society depends on us doing this, as women, for better or for worse, will always follow the men. A man is the leader of the community, whether he realizes and desires it or not. There are no exemptions from this responsibility, and failure is never harmless. It's our duty as those bearing the image of God. If a man desires his woman to be a feminine and submissive female, it's his responsibility to create an environment for this to be possible. A rose is not going to grow in any type of environment. In most cases, a rose will die. The environment must be intentionally cultivated for a rose to grow to its fullness. They require protection and provision to truly bloom. A woman is no different. There are plenty of females out here, but very few women. Many women today have become studs and dykes. That's a weed. A weed must be pulled out from the root and thrown away. If weeds are allowed to grow, they will choke out and kill the other flowers. Plucking them up involves condemning them relationally. You don't have to be mean to them or denigrate them. You simply don't deal with them at all. When you see them, you disregard them. Starving females like this for attention is how you kill them. You kill them with absence. Many of us are so desperate for sexual access, we tolerate things from females we never should in order to get them in bed. This is not harmless, and this cultivates a society full of social weeds and thistles. Women are precious jewels, which in every way deserve our protection and provision as men. This will only be done on one condition. As I have told you, a woman must obey. If she refuses, she does not deserve any of our protection, provision, or attention. She should be ignored. She should be exiled. This is not about hating women or trying to hurt them. This is the process of rehabilitation. If there are no consequences for bad behavior, there is no reason for us to expect this behavior to cease. The Most High, in Deuteronomy 28, gave the children of Israel the consequences for obedience and disobedience. The Most High's laws were the standard he set for him being our God and us being his people. The same must be set by us as men, for us being a woman's man, and for them being our women. Not doing so is a social hazard. Do we truly love our neighbor as Jesus, the greatest prophet of the Most High, told us to? Do we care about the beautiful sisters the Most High gave us, who are the most beautiful women of all women? The black woman is our neighbor and our suitable helper. A racist society, hell bent on separating us from each other, has turned them into something else. But we have the power to set them right, and only we can do it. We won't turn them back into women by arguing and fighting with them, denigrating them, or scolding them. We will turn them back into women, our women, simply by being men. Improve yourself intellectually, physically, socially, economically, and emotionally. Set standards for yourself and those around you, and hold yourself and others to them. Live a life of purpose and produce value for yourself and then for others. If a man is not capable of protecting what is his, there's no reason for him to be respected. Our women and our community need us. Protect our women by beginning the process of becoming a man today.